Welcome to the City of Westminster in Oconee County, South Carolina. The year is 1924. It was almost 50 years ago that the town incorporated in March of 1875. We begin our tour with a brand new water filter plant and water tower located on the west side of town. This will bring public water to the town by the beginning of 1925. Water will be pumped from Ramsey Creek and the Chaga River to be used for the town. Westminster formed as a railroad town when the Atlanta and Richmond Airline Railroad came through the upstate of South Carolina in the early 1870s. Since that time, the rail line has become the Southern Railroad. As we begin down Main Street, this block of buildings was built in 1908, which features several stores, including England's General Merchandise. On the corner is one of two banks here in town at this time. Next door, we have a hotel that provides overnight stays for travelers along the railroad. On the same block is another building that at this time serves on one side as a residence and a store on the other. Continuing on Main Street, this block of buildings contains some of the oldest buildings still standing today. Located on this block is Moon's Drug Store, which opened in 1901 and still operates as a drugstore to this day. Across Main Street, alongside the railroad, are the freight and passenger depots. The original depots served both passengers and freight in this location. In 1911, Southern Railroad built this depot for passengers. It featured two waiting rooms with a ticket booth in the middle. On the corner of the next block is, in this year, the Westminster Bank and the Telephone Exchange. As can be seen with poles such as this one, electricity came to Westminster in 1915. In the many stores on Main Street during 1924, one might expect to pay about 50 cents for a pound of bacon, 10 cents for a pound of bread, 50 cents for a pound of coffee, and maybe 2 cents for a watermelon. This block also contains a movie theater, where movies such as Peter Pan may have been shown in 1924. On the east end of town were three businesses, including this large store operated by Mr. J.S. Carter. Also at this end of town, along the railroad tracks, was the Ford dealership. A Ford runabout in 1924 might cost you about $265. Westminster Presbyterian Church is the oldest church structure that survives to this day. Services were first held in this building in 1884. The bell that still calls the congregation each Sunday was purchased by the first regular pastor of the church for $25, 1/4 of his annual salary that year. Westminster is home to a textile mill, now called the Oconee Mill, which was built at the turn of the century. Areas above Westminster have long been home to apple orchards. A local newspaper, the Tougaloo Tribune, reported in 1917 that the apple growing business is destined to become one of the best investments in Upper Carolina and Georgia. We have every reason to believe that something like apple growing will forge to the front. The climate here is suitable for apples. We believe Oconee is a good county in which to grow apples, And why not more people become interested and begin to set out large orchards? Oconee produced the finest apples seen at the state fair 2 or 3 years ago. Apples are found to be money-making crops and seldom fail. Westminster at this time is also home to the Oconee Hospital. Opened back in 1916, the hospital boasted wards and rooms enough sufficient to take care of 20 patients. Across the railroad tracks on College Street is the brand new Westminster High School, which contains a 1,300-seat auditorium, 8 classrooms, a suite for a domestic science department, and an agricultural room. As with other towns in the area during this time, Westminster boasted about the Dixon Mineral Springs. One publication of the time stated, "Within 1 mile of the town is Dixon Mineral Springs, affording a splendid opportunity for a sanitarium or hotel, which at this high altitude should prove attractive to persons seeking a change from lower to higher ground." Back in 1910, Westminster was described with these words: "Westminster looks down upon the Blue Ridge Mountains from an abrupt elevation, affording a picturesque panoramic view of the intervening rolling country from her principal business thoroughfare. All the romantic incidents of rapid growth associated with the word boom are not apparent in Westminster, yet her rapid progress during the past 2 and 3 years naturally suggests boom, until it is remembered that Westminster is rich in natural, created, and creatable resources, and with a lavish hand offers unlimited opportunity for commercial enterprise and agricultural development."